Hey guys, and welcome back to the 2 of a K YouTube channel. We're here today with a new video, which I'm assuming is the return of Wisdom Wednesdays. This time around, the twins will be talking about what I am calling the three B's that have no relation in life. Uh, I'm not sure exactly what these three B's are. I have a vague idea. They told me what their plans are, but I don't know what exactly they're going to discuss. But anyway, we'll get right into the thick of things. And over to Amma and Kaviyanti. Why don't you explain what the first unrelated B of life is?
So yeah,
What are the three B's first?
the first three B's. Now, before I start off with what they are, okay, like Nitin said, they are. I always get my boys' names
First.
that get mixed up. So they're all my boys. So before I get into what we're going to be talking about, though Nitin says that they are unrelated, personally, both of us feel that they are related because the connection is
with us.
with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so the three B's are breastfeeding,
Brats,
and bullies.
the three B's.
Yes, and
Which-
how do we describe them?
So, breastfeeding, what did you say? I mean, bad experience.
Yeah,
Was it? Yeah.
bad, but that was not the word I used, Nitin. I forget.
Okay.
I said
Okay, you had a single word for it.
each thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, forget about that. So yeah, so we will start with what today?
Today it's going to be breastfeeding.
Yeah. Yes. So we are going to be talking about each of our experiences or lack of experience.
No, we had
breastfeeding,
whatever we
was it?
experienced. We
Okay,
have no
yes.
lack of experience. We experienced a lot.
Yes.
And many of there may be many people out there, many women out there, mothers, new mothers out there who are experiencing that right now or would have experienced and must have felt like how we felt, isolated.
Yeah.
As with something that was
Struggling
a problem.
with it.
It was a problem only that was that we had.
Yeah.
It's not a universal problem.
Yeah. That's
And
what you're made
it's
to
something
feel.
unique that only you are experiencing it.
Yeah.
So all the more troubling, all the more difficult to
Yeah.
cope with.
I will definitely agree with you because I felt very isolated and made to feel that possibly I was the only one. At least that's no. I don't know whether I was made to feel, but that is what I felt. That
Yes,
I am possibly the only one struggling
with this
with struggling to breastfeed my child.
your baby. Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a background. Between the two of us, she's younger than me by 55 minutes, but she got married 6 months before. Again, for that also we had people wondering why the older one didn't get married, but that's another issue. Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, we had a few relatives asking. Till then, we were twins. We are the same age and things like that. But the moment she got married, her marriage was fixed, and then questions arose from family members asking, "How come not Kalpana first? She's older." Suddenly, I became older. I was like a little short of 1 hour older than you,
Yeah.
but I'm suddenly older. I should have got married first.
Let's get back to breastfeeding.
Okay, yes. Anyway, so she had the first grandson.
Yeah, the first child. Yeah.
first grandchild was
And the first one is always a struggle.
always a struggle because it's a first time
Yes,
experience.
yes.
Both for grandparents, for the first time grandparents, and of course for the first time mother also.
Yeah.
So the background is, till then we thought breastfeeding is the most natural
Yeah,
thing.
and that
You deliver,
It just
and
happens.
the baby sucks and milk just flows. But that's not the case.
oh,
Speak.
yes.
Let us.
Yeah, so
Hear
I
your
struggled with
experience.
breastfeeding. I mean, what I just want to say is, it's not like every woman is built to produce tons of milk.
Yes.
Okay, so I struggled with breastfeeding simply because my body was not producing enough milk. I was told that if you make the baby suck more milk will be
will
produced.
come.
Maybe that's how it works, but that was not happening. You have a hungry baby, you have sleepless nights, you're depressed about how you look because I put on a lot of weight. You're going through a lot of things, and all this is new. And I would say, if I were to rate it out of 100, 99.9% of that experience was bad for me.
Bad. First time
I
being a
cannot.
first time
I
mother.
don't have any great memories of being a first-time mother to date. Yeah, they've grown up and stuff like that. Then
You enjoy
then
that.
see
You're
the,
enjoying that right now.
their smiles and whatever. That's a different thing. But as newborn babies, my experience, I would say 99.9% of the time was bad, and it started first. Okay, you don't know how to handle the child. Yes, you have your sleepless nights. The worst thing was not being able to breastfeed. When you have all along been told it's natural, it'll just come to you, blah blah blah, and here you have your body not producing enough milk. Your child is hungry, so yes, you will immediately look for the bottle or anything else to feed the baby because he needs to be fed.
Exactly.
And it was a vicious cycle, and I know I went through a lot. I had people telling me that I won't give names or even who the people were, any hint of as to what the relationship was. But I was told things like, oh, I don't want to breastfeed because I'm worried that the shape of my boobs would go. Not that I had a very, I mean, not that I had enough breasts for the shapes to change.
Exactly.
To date, I'm not the most
Voluptuous,
booby female.
Not the most bestowed and endowed.
Yes.
Above. Okay, fine.
No,
Yeah, that's.
I'm not, and I'm fine with that. But yes, I was accused of a lot of things that I'm worried that the shape of my breasts would change and that my figure. I'm very concerned about my figure
because you're trying to lose weight.
I was trying to lose weight. Yes. So I mean, so things like that.
And basically, you have to eat to produce milk.
Yeah.
So I guess the accusations that you don't want to breastfeed.
But I was
because
eating.
You want
I
to
know
lose
the
weight.
first time round I was doing all that. I just not just food. I've eaten a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I was even asked to eat some kind of
cow feed, a cattle feed.
No. I mean something that was given to goats to produce milk. I even tried that, but nothing worked. And I think why most of the time it doesn't work is because you're under so much of stress. You're under so much of stress. And I can 100% say I would say that I didn't feel very supported or anyone backing me up saying that it's okay if you can't breastfeed.
Right. Yes.
Relax. It will happen or it won't happen.
Correct.
If you hear something like that, I think you feel better. When you have someone saying that no, you're not putting in the effort. You're not doing enough.
You feel as though as a mother you're not a failure, that they make you feel guilty.
It's a lot of pressure
they
on
make you feel guilty that you are not doing enough. Maybe I am not doing enough. Maybe I should actually make
and you actually get tired of trying.
Yes, maybe I should keep him longer and make him suck. Maybe that will help. Maybe
and then
the baby is crying because he's hungry, he's not sucking.
You're frustrated, you're struggling, you have people saying this. And it's just not family. Even back then, I had pediatricians who would go on and on about, oh, not breastfeeding and blah, blah, blah. And to everyone out there, to all of you young mothers, what I have to say is, if you can't breastfeed, forget about the word can't. If you don't want to breastfeed, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean,
but that's supposed to be the first line of immunity that builds up in the baby. So I wouldn't say don't do it.
I'm saying if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Okay, that is your opinion. I would say that
between, like you said, the immunity built up for the firstborn baby, and it's supposed the psychologists believe it's supposed to be a good sign for intimate contact and good relationships with.
Well, I was told that, Nitin, I was the very same words, not exactly same words, that like you said, the intimacy. I mean, your relationship with your child you form a stronger bond with your child, and which will go on for the later years in their life. If you breastfeed, I don't
know. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I also disagree with that.
I completely disagree with it because I know I have hardly breastfed. I think Ashwin, my older one, I hardly breastfed, not even for a month, which was a struggle all along. Kiran a little more, but that's it. They were both on bottles because
both. Yeah,
it was
your milk was not enough
or whatever. And touch wood, I will say my relationship with my boys is excellent, and I know of people, women and mothers in my family or that I am aware of who maybe breastfed their children right up to the age of 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But what builds up your relationship with your child is not that whether you how long you fed the child, breastfed your child. It's what you can give to them in the later years of their life. It starts right as a little baby. Okay, yes.
Your interactions
Yes.
with them, how you have
Formative years.
brought them
The
up.
formative years.
Yeah. How you have
Yes.
brought them up. Not the feed,
yes.
not the breastfeeding,
no.
but how
No.
you have brought them up. How
That's
you have
something,
nurtured
as a
them.
child, I can tell you, I don't remember anything from that stage of my life where someone was breastfeeding me. You know, I remember more what happened while I was growing up, what people told me, what things I learned at that time. So I agree with you when you say that it's not the end all be all of forming an intimate relationship or having a good relationship with your children. So, I mean, you've spoken about the problems you had.
Yeah.
But would you say like medical science has improved so much now where prospective mothers and young mothers today don't have to worry too much about breastfeeding?
No idea.
I don't know about how.
To date,
This term called formula. What is that?
Formula is Ashwin, Nitin Kutta. It was there even.
yes, that's Cerelac and
Those are all formula.
Is it supposed to be an alternative?
Maybe there has been some improvement on that, like compared to what we were giving our kids. In fact, we are both Cerelac babies because we were not breastfed. Okay.
Yes.
We are entirely Cerelac babies, and possibly later we were weaned into cow's milk or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, which was considered safe. After a certain point, it's okay for children to have cow's milk. I mean, I'll say actually cow's milk is good for children, little babies initially, but whatever. So Cerelac and then cow's milk, and that's exactly what happened with both my boys. So if you talk about the present generation
now,
I think the formula milks would be essentially the same thing, unless I'm sure there would be some kind of change in what it is
composition.
Compositions today. Maybe it's healthier. I don't know, but
about what was the issue, why we couldn't breastfeed, I still don't know.
Yes,
I have no idea.
And I think that is something that people need to recognize, the fact that every woman's body is different. You cannot say that all women will produce milk. No.
Will produce sufficient amount of milk.
Yeah, maybe some don't even. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know.
To person,
I don't even know if there are women who cannot produce.
Yeah.
And to put a new mother under that kind of pressure is, like, I would say, a huge crime. Because I think it's I know what I went through. And when I think of those days, even now, I get angry.
Yeah.
Because no one understands you. And I personally, I feel my worst enemies at that time were the women themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
Where I was being judged constantly by women.
Yeah.
And of course, I remember the odd pediatrician who was a male man who just went all out about, oh, you should be breastfeeding. This is not done and stuff like that. And then there was a time when I was just thinking to myself, okay, yeah, maybe his wife, if I remember correctly, I think his wife was also a doctor. And I was thinking to myself, what is she doing? What did she do when she had her child and she had to get back to work? Was she still breastfeeding? Because back then, I don't think those breast pumps were still available where you would pump out your milk and, put them in little bottles or whatever and stash them in your freezer or whatever.
Yeah.
That concept itself was not there.
Not there. I don't.
So what did you all do? So I would say for me, it was stop judging women or young mothers and women who don't, and who, I would use two words: who cannot breastfeed and who don't want to breastfeed.
Okay.
I agree with the fact that yes, I've studied that the first milk builds up immunity and stuff like that. But like you said, Nitin Kutta, there's so much of advance in technology. I guess there is anything coming from our mother's body which will be, because we have built up our immunity, taking good food and whatnot, and we are giving good stuff to our children. Fine, to our little baby. But like you said, advancement in medical technology, you never know where you don't have, where you have a situation where the woman is not able to breastfeed. You possibly have formulas that can, replace that. So I am saying, if a woman doesn't want to do it, don't judge her for that.
Yeah.
That's all I
Don't
have
make
to
them feel guilty.
Don't make them feel
Don't make them
bad.
feel small. Don't make them feel lousy about
Yes.
themselves.
Exactly.
So, Amma, that was about Kavyanti's bad experience.
Yes.
Did you have any experiences?
See, till the point.
Outside of the similar experiences that you have already said you have shared with Kavyanti.
Your mother's breastfed for a longer time.
So when I saw her struggle, that is when it dawned on me that, oh, this is a possibility that, milk is not just going to come that easily. And that happened with you because I had a cesarean with you, and I was, they had brought you to I was still in the intensive treatment unit for maybe a day before they shifted me to the room. They brought you to me, and I was unable to feed you because I was not able to turn. Huge stomach, and with the cesarean and things like that, it was difficult to turn, and the nurses were not aware of how to help me, with the how to help me with feeding you. So you were started off early with milk coming, cow's milk or whatever. So after I came back to the room, you were refusing to suck because it was not coming easily. So you were actually not breastfed much. Having said that, Niyati, I did breastfeed, but that was a struggle. But again, with the help of, I remember there's this Dabur natural something, Kavi, some formula which you mix with milk, which helps to produce
more milk,
breast milk. So I was drinking that and somehow managed to feed her for 6 months. But it was, I know, in the initial stages, I had cracked nipple.
Yes,
because she was sucking, and then I had this cracked nipples, and then so what would you do? You would feed on the side more where it was not cracked, then that would get cracked, and the other side is yet to heal. I still remember she was crying, and I was telling Appa, give her something. I can't feed because it was so painful. It was such a problem. You are crying because of the pain and you don't want to feed her. It was a struggle. So, luckily, of course, there was a nice lady who sorted it out for me. But these are struggles. So I struggled with Niyati because I breastfed her, not you. And I used to feel terrible that I couldn't breastfeed him. But by then, I remember Amici was, trying to tell me that, it's okay. You can give, if he's not sucking, it's fine. You let him be bottle fed, it's fine. But I was the one who was feeling terrible that I couldn't breastfeed.
Yeah.
With Niyati, it was a little more easier, but I had all these issues also.
So I want to actually say to all those men out there who, prospective fathers, to be more supportive.
Yes.
I mean, if your wives, are unable to do,
don't want to, as you say, or unable to,
just support them.
Because
the woman goes through a lot.
Yes.
And it's not fun. I mean, the way people depict motherhood as this beautiful experience, and of course, in so many of our, in many cultures, the mother is worshipped and she's like this goddess and this, and I mean, she's put on a pedestal, and it's difficult. It's just do this much for them. Ask them, what do you want? Do you want to breastfeed? You don't want to breastfeed, or don't even ask them. Just go with what she has decided.
Yes.
If she can do it, she will do it. If she cannot do it, she will not do it. Period. And it is, don't judge her for that.
Yes, don't judge her for that.
So we've spoken quite a bit about breastfeeding. We'll end it by asking. So we've discussed a lot.
Yeah.
What are three quick points you would say you both agree on that prospective mothers, new fathers, and prospective fathers need to know about breastfeeding?
It doesn't come naturally for everyone. Like Kavyanti said, every woman's body responds differently, is different.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't come naturally from our experience. And then later on, I've realized there are other mothers also later on who had struggled with breastfeeding.
Yes.
So it is not something that comes naturally for everyone. That is one thing.
Leave the decision about breastfeeding solely to the mother.
Okay.
And respect that.
Yes. If your child, if the baby is developing and what we say, meeting all the health parameters that are
Yeah.
required to
The milestones.
the
Oh, is that the word?
milestones.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. The milestones. Then don't, and without the breastfeeding done, don't still insist on breastfeeding.
No, it clearly actually shows that you don't need to breastfeed your child for your child to reach those milestones.
Milestones, yeah.
I mean, it is the first good food that you can give your child. I agree with that.
Yes.
But it is not the end all or be all or what was that word?
It's not the only good.
Yes, out there, and so just leave that decision to the mother, solely to the mother, not anyone else in the family.
Yeah. And the third one would be new fathers and all close relatives who are interacting with the anyone. Yeah. So more importantly, the immediate family interacting with the mother. Don't judge.
No judgment.
Just be supportive.
No judging.
Alright guys, so that was the first B of the three unrelated B's of life, or breastfeeding. I hope you guys found this incredibly informative. I certainly did. We've spoken about it in depth for about 20 minutes now. So yeah guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next unrelated B of life. We'll catch you all in the next one.
Give us love.
Peace.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.